Hey, welcome back. Now, this is one I absolutely had to jump on and share. You might have seen this all already. Stephen A. Smith is getting roasted, and with good reason. If you love Stephen A., I know he's one of those guys everyone seems to love or hate. If you love him, this might not be for you. If you're a Stephen A. Smith hater, you get a little bit of a kick out of this. The so-called sports expert, he's been held up that way for, oh, man, 30 years, if not longer. Um, the face of ESPN. And as you can see here, ESPN Stephen A. Smith, a self-proclaimed Knicks fan, doesn't even know who's on the team. Okay, I mean this is crazy. He claims to be a Knicks fan after they beat the Bucks the other night. He went onto his pod. He was on his podcast and he talked about players that impressed him. I'm looking at you, Grimes. He looked good. Grimes, who had been traded in February, as you can see here. But it's not just that, because I believe once he got roasted, he came back and defended it by saying he misspoke. I think he said he meant Green. But again, it looks like he's on a teleprompter for one. Two, he's got a whole team that I'm sure does research for him. And if all of you know, if you've been in anything you're having a conversation about, but especially in talking sports, I get it when sometimes you can't recall a name, or you say one name because you were thinking about it for some reason, and you meant another, but you pick up on that right away, right? You say, hey, Grimes Grimes played a great. Oh, you know what? Sorry, I didn't mean. I meant Green. I've got Grimes in my head from something else. You know what I'm talking about. That never happened, never occurred to him. And in addition, you can't go over the next one when he talked about Hartenstein. I usually pronounce it Stein. I'm not sure which is correct, but about his activity off the bench, even though that he's a starter, averaging career high minutes this year, which is crazy. And look, I found there's a 17-second clip that we can check out. You can listen to this right here. This is from Cynical at Cynical NYK. So give credit where credit's due if you want to go check out this account and follow. But have a listen to this. You look at his eyes a couple times, and I'm not knocking this. I get it. I mean, when I do things, a lot of times when I'm speaking, I have notes to reference. But if you watch his eyes, you can see he's got either somebody or a teleprompter or something he's looking at. So this should not be a mistake like this unless he has no idea what he's talking about. Which I gotta tell you, I fall on the line of I don't think Stephen A. Smith knows what he's talking about. I really don't. I don't think he's a sports expert in any sport. And this reminded me, and I went and found it. And this is a long time ago. Okay, so I know you're like, oh well, not a big deal. But again, at the time, he was still a big name. This is almost 20 years ago. But for those of you that might not know about this, way back in 2015, Stephen A. Know it all, knows nothing. For those of you that don't know this, this was a playoff game. The Chargers lost, and Stephen A. went nuts on the coach, calling him a jerk and this and that because he should have gone for a game-winning field goal on third down. And Smith claimed, as you can see here, he claimed twice that if the Chargers had missed on third down, they could have tried again on fourth, and that Schottenheimer was a jerk. And again, he didn't say, muff, bad snap, bad hole where you can fall on the ball, but you're recovering a fumble and you try and kick. He said if they missed, which of course you cannot do. A bad snap is not the same thing as a bad kick. So that's just. I'm sure for those of you that are not fans of Stephen A, you can probably find lots and lots of other things. But I just had to jump on this because I think it's kind of funny, especially the way he delivers, right? His shtick, the way he acts when he goes on his little rants, as if nobody knows more about everything than Stephen A. Smith. So, what do y'all think in the comments below? You love him, you hate him, you think he just misspoke, or he's just doesn't know what he's talking about. He's got a team that does research and they put together these rants, but he has no idea what is actually happening. I'm going to leave it there. Like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you think about this, and I will talk to you later.